Welcome to Reroll, the SideQuest Bloodbowl Week in Review. This week began with a clash of the stunty-ish, but with one at the top and one at the bottom, with the Goblins' luck finally turn around. The short answer? No. Despite the Fnatic finally doing something this game, the Underworld responded in kind. And after the killed Looney was revived, the Bombardier had given up all hope and decided the Looney didn't deserve this second chance. After a comfortable score on turn 5, the Underworld were able to capitalise on the vast number of wands rolled by the Goblins in the following turns.
Oh my god! What are my rolls?
What are you? What did you do before this game? Did you say Nuffle's name in vain prior to this game?
No, I did fucking nothing.
Oh my
fucking
word!
God!
Stealing the ball and scoring their second touchdown just before half time. With the injuries piling up, there wasn't much the Goblins can do, and in a last-ditch effort, as is often the way when it comes to flying goblins, a skydiver was to be born.
Channel your inner Marv. How do you falls, Batman?
No!
Oh, he's shooting! He did it!
Motherfucker!
No!
Motherfucker! Piece of shit! Motherfucker! Damn it!
Except not, because he became a stomach diver instead, being munched up by the hungry troll and marking our first ever eaten goblin over all of the seasons. A truly memorable moment. Oh yeah, and the Underworld scored again or whatever.
Gilbert, you're fired!
The question that appears on everyone's lips each week is, will the Chaos Curse strike again? And if so, for who? Well, it turns out it could be damn well anybody at this stage. The Khemri received and built their standard cage, which was swiftly and effectively surrounded by the Chaos. After some sneaky fouls got them the player advantage, the Chaos managed to blitz down the ball. However, the Khemri were not swayed by this aggressive attack and pushed on to score the first and only touchdown of the half. However, what they were swayed by was a little bit of sunshine. The sweltering heat made these Egyptian desert-dwelling skeletons faint, all the while the Chaos remained thoroughly hydrated. A backfired Khemri sabotage, perhaps? Alas, with 4 players down, including a Tomb Guardian, it didn't take long for the Chaos to get an equaliser, and with the world's fastest heatwave over, the Khemri once again set off for an attack. But clearly drained from their lack of fluids, the Chaos were able to capitalise on an open ball carrier, stealing the ball and securing an unexpected win for the Chaos, toppling one of the top 4 of the league by delivering them their second defeat of the season, along with a message that merely read SPF 50. Since we've spoken enough already about the Chaos Curse, let's continue talking about it. Because by golly did it feature heavily in this game, and as always, it's contagious! With plenty of rerolled downs and failed leaps galore. Despite an early steal by the Kislev, the Chaos Dwarves were able to recover the ball and break down the right hand side for a turn 6 score, leaving the Kislev little time to retaliate. Despite being short on players, the Kislev saw this as no obstacle.
Are we going to see a bullshit Marv play?
That's the plan. Let's bullshit this. And he fluffs it. Well, that went better than expected.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
My fucking god.
Oh, this is... Oh, man.
And once again pulled out a marvellous play which eventually led to a surprising equaliser before half time. In the second half, the self-harm continued from the Kislev as they once again injured themselves and left themselves open for a blitz. The attempted escape failed and the Chaos Dwarves retook the lead with a steal of their own. The fans, outraged by this clearly rude theft, took out their anger on the Chaos Dwarves. Clearly the Curse of Chaos was going to claim another victim. But what may be a surprise is that it was the Kislev in the end who suffered. And the Chaos Dwarves said enough is enough, and whilst the curse is still very much around, they decided to play hard in spite of it, stealing the ball once again and scoring to secure their hefty win and their first win of the season. With Figs Licker's Dwarfs pushing to claim the top spot, a win over the Ogres here would be vital, and after a newly purchased Death Roller, perhaps even the Ogres would struggle to withstand this might. The Ogres received, but barely got a step in before a Dwarven Blitz piled on the pressure. The Ogres responded with their now typical play of elf nonsense.
Come on!
Aaramus, it's happening again. Aaramus,
He's
don't
doing
like it.
A rapid break down the left caught the dwarves reeling back to stop it, but fortunately for them, the attacking ogre forgot where, who, and what on earth he was doing, leaving him open to an eventual knockdown. Some good attempts to recover the ball were made by the ogres, but after a KO and an injury, they just couldn't rescue the ball. Fortunately for them, the dwarves' stumpy little legs couldn't carry them to a touchdown either in the first half. Unfortunately for the ogres, two of them decided to continue napping after their concussions, and with only 2 ogres left on the field and a death roller running wild, there's little more to say than it was more of a beating than a game. The dwarves comfortably scored in turn 14, and the ogres couldn't pull off any shenanigans to equalise. From dwarves to dwarves, the cynical slayers have been lurking mid-table trying to find their foot up into the top half. The same could be said about the orcs, who are looking to jump up into the top 4. After an early Dauntless fail put the receiving dwarves on the back foot, they looked to play a faster game than usual with a bit of passing. Alas, they did not realise that the greenest best black orcs are secret masters of the anti-passing game. The dwarves swarmed the orcs and boxed them in, urgently trying to recover the ball, and whilst they did manage to prevent the orc touchdown, they couldn't finalise a score for themselves after their dwarven runner lost his footing at the last hurdle.
It was a fail! I do not score!
In the second half, the orcs played a standard running cage, and with the dwarves causing several injuries to themselves, they couldn't muster up the might to stop the orc offensive, resulting in a nice little 1-0 win for the orc team. Finally this week, an important game for both teams. The Bretonnians will need a win to keep up the pace with the top 4, whilst the Lizards will need a win to continue to contest that top position with the dwarves. Early double ones on the Lizards received led to a very costly result, as despite removing 4 players from the Bretonnians team by turn 3, a blitzer was able to pull an elf out of his arse and make a very early steal and score. Unexpectedly down, the Lizards responded by injuring 2 more Bretonnian players, and despite some desperate blitzes from the Bretonnians, an eventual equaliser did come. 1-1 at half time was unexpected by all, and the Bretonnians were keen to secure their win and played very defensively, keeping their ball carrier very deep for several turns. The Lizards continued to punch Bretonnians until an opportunity was seen and a pass was made. Lofty Lewis, the very aggressive Croxagore, acquired his target and swiftly stunned him, panicking the Bretonnians. Desperation sunk in, and yet again a blitzer pulled out this play.
Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. I'm just gonna keep chanting. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Oh fuck it up, oh fuck it up, oh fuck it up. Fuck.
2-1 up with 3 turns left. The Lizards still had time. The Bretonnians set up defensively, pressuring the quick skink advance. It came down to the wire, and the Bretonnians had set up quite an obstacle course, and alas...
And now all they have to do...
2, 3 dodges. 3 pluses.
Nope.
It was too much for the skink. An unexpected win for the Bretonnians, securing their place in the top half of the table, and leaving the lizard men lurking behind the dwarves. And that's it for another week, and it could be a crucial one. We finally have a team edging out in front, threatening to take the entire league at their current pace. However, one mistake could change everything with so many good teams tight on the dwarven heels. With both the Chaos teams breaking the curse, at least for this week, the bottom half of the table has had a real mix-up, and once again anything is possible with so few points between all of these teams. Thank you once again for joining us. All the VODs mentioned in this video are available right here on this channel. If you're enjoying the league and want to be a part of it next season, hop along to our Discord, more players are always welcome. This has been Reroll, your SideQuest Bloodbowl week in review. Until next time, may Nuffle bless you all.
You need to stop trying to injure Zack Ryder. It's not going to happen.
What did you say?
Okay.